Hello everyone, welcome to another Winter Wonders. I'm Miss Wendy, and this week our stories and activities are centered around mittens. So in your bag you should have already received a couple weeks ago. If you want to get your scarf out, we're going to start with our scarf song, and of course later you'll need your egg shaker, and we have some flannel board fun and some different activities. So let's get started. Let's get our CD going. And we can start. So get your scarf and let's go.
Shake your scarves.
Scarves up, scarves down. Shake your scarves all around. Scarves up, scarves down. Shake your scarves all around. Scarves in, scarves out. Shake your scarves all about. Scarves in, scarves out. Shake your scarves all about. Right knee, find your knee. Left knee, and your other knee. Shake your scarves, fancy free. Right knee, crossing over.
Left knee.
Shake your scarves, fancy free. Right hand, left hand. Shake your scarves with the band. Right hand, left hand. Shake your scarves with the band. On your back, on your tummy. Shake your scarves nice and funny. On your back, on your tummy. Shake your scarves nice and funny. Scarves up, scarves down. Put your scarves on the ground. We're gonna clap. There you go. Great job, everybody. We will need that scarf again at the end of our story time, okay? But you can just put it down for now. Our first story today is My Red Mittens. It is written by Candy Crocker. Let's see. My red mittens catch thousands of snowflakes. Up close, they look like lacy stars. I take a deep breath, then blow them into the air. My red mittens make great snowballs. I throw one with all my might. When nobody's looking, I leave a white bullseye on every tree. My red mittens break off icicles hanging from the fence. They taste like popsicles, smooth and cold. My red mittens make a snowman. I use sticks for his arms, rocks for his eyes, and a carrot for his nose. Pleased to meet you, I say to my new friend. And you made snowmen a couple weeks ago. My red mittens and I warm by the fire. We've had fun today. Tomorrow we'll get up early. There's still lots of snow outside. I don't know about where you live, but I can look out the window and I don't see lots of snow anymore, which is okay. I'm sure the snow will be coming again soon, but we won't talk about that right now. Okay, very nice listening. I have another story that I'd like to read before we do anything else, okay? And this is One Winter's Day, about a little hedgehog who goes to the forest. And he's a very giving hedgehog. So let's see what happens on this one winter's day. Little Hedgehog was making his bed for the winter when a sudden gust of wind blew him off his feet. It took hold of his cozy nest and tossed it high into the air. Little Hedgehog trembled as the wind whistled around him, and he wondered what to do. He caught hold of his scarf, hat, and mittens before they blew away, and tried to find shelter under the tree roots. But wherever he went, the wind blew there as well. I'll have to stay with Badger until this storm has gone, he said at last, pulling his woolly hat firmly over his prickles. Then he snuggled into his cozy scarf, put on his mittens, and with a deep breath he set off. The wind was even stronger in the meadow. Leaves swirled here and there, and snowflakes filled the air. Little Hedgehog hadn't gone far when he bumped into a family of field mice shivering in the long grass. They do look cold. I've never known such a storm, squeaked Mother Mouse. The wind has blown our nest far away, and my poor babies are so cold. My home is blown away as well, said Little Hedgehog. I'm on my way to stay with Badger, but I've just the thing to warm you up. And he took off his woolly hat and gave it to the mice. Oh, lovely, lovely, they squeaked, snuggling down out of the wind. Thank you, Little Hedgehog. If you could see the story, it's nice and fuzzy right there. Little Hedgehog tucked his nose inside his scarf and ran along beside the racing river. Otter was on the bank, huffing and puffing on his paws. Hello, Otter, shouted Little Hedgehog. What are you doing? Oh, hello, Hedgehog, he replied. My fur keeps me warm, but my paws are freezing. Here, take these, said Little Hedgehog, giving Otter his mittens. They should do the trick. Thank you, Little Hedgehog, said Otter. These are great, but shouldn't you be at home in this cold weather? I have no home anymore, said Little Hedgehog, replied sadly. The wind has blown it away, and running on, he cried, I'm going to stay with Badger. By the time Little Hedgehog reached the woods, the snow was getting deeper. On and on he struggled, picking his way between the snowdrifts as the wind howled around him. He looked so tiny. A mother deer and her fawn were sheltering in the bushes. Oh, Little Hedgehog, why aren't you in your nest in this awful storm? She asked. So Little Hedgehog told Mother Deer about his nest blowing away. But as he spoke, he saw that the little fawn was shaking with cold. Here, take this, he said, giving the fawn his scarf. How kind you are, said Mother Deer. Thank you, Little Hedgehog. Little Hedgehog pattered on, faster and faster, but just as he finally saw Badger's house at the bottom of the hill, he skidded on an icy patch. Help! He cried as he went bumping and bouncing through the snow. Badger was making tea when he heard a big thud outside. Whatever was that? He cried, dropping his toast. When he opened the door, prickly Snowball rolled in. Gracious me, he said in surprise. It's Little Hedgehog. Badger carried Little Hedgehog to an armchair by the fire and gave him a cup of tea. Little Hedgehog told Badger about his journey through the storm, and then cozy and warm, he fell fast asleep. Little Hedgehog stayed with Badger until the storm had gone. As they walked to where his house had been, Little Hedgehog was very worried. How can I build a strong new nest if all the leaves and twigs have blown away and there's nothing left? He asked anxiously. I'll help you, said Badger, said kindly. We're nearly there now. Surprise! Came the cry when they turned the corner. Little Hedgehog gasped with delight. The animals had met in the storm had made him the coziest nest he'd ever seen. For the kindest hedgehog in the world, they all cried together. And that was the end of the story. Nice listening. So if you have your flannel board, well, you don't need the actual flannel board. because the kit is this, and you notice there's some Velcro dots here. So this is our flannel board this week. And you have different colored mittens. Put those over there to the side. And a sheet, so if you'd like to follow along, you can. So if you get everything out, and when you see that color and hear the color, you can put them on your snow person, okay? All the snowmen went out to play. They lost their mittens along the way. Sounds kind of like the three little kittens. This color reminds me of the sun. Yellow is bright and lots of fun. So I can get them on the right side. There they are. The next color is easy. Need a clue? It begins with the letter B. What do you think that is? It's blue. Let's take our yellow ones off. Put the blue ones on. See? Put them on the right way. There we go. Now he's got some blue mittens on. Now let's find the mittens whose color begins with the letter O. Why, it's orange, don't you know? Got the orange. Let's take off those blues. Put the orange ones on. Oopsie, put them on the wrong side. There we go. Now he's got some orange ones on. The color of grass is the next to be seen. One of my favorite colors. You're right. They're green. Take off those orange ones. Anybody else like the color green? My sister Elizabeth does. And I heard Dean likes green. Kind of rhymes with your name too. It does rhyme. Dean and green. Purple sparkles through the snow. Pick them up before the north wind blows. Let's get those purples on. Quick, quick. We don't want them to blow away. There we go. Last but not least are the mittens red. You found them all. Let's have a look. Here they are. There's the red. Now all they need are hats for their head. And you can always bring out your other snowman flannel board and do the hat one over again, okay? That was fun. Interesting. Let's do our shaker egg song, okay? So we're going to get that out. Do you have your shaker egg? Turn our CD player on and get that CD in there. Let's load that up. Switch it around, the old switcheroo. Let's see. And here we go. You ready? I'm going to start really quick.
Let's all shake our shaker eggs. Let's all shake our shaker eggs. Let's all shake our shaker eggs. Let's shake them all day long. Now let's all stomp our feet. Let's all stomp our feet. Let's all stomp our feet. Let's stomp them all day long. Now let's all jump up and down. And let's all jump up and down. Let's all jump up and down. Jump up and down all day long. Shake it, shake it up high. Shake it down low. Shake it real fast. Shake it real slow. Shake it real loud. Shake it real low. Just shake them all day long. Let's all shake our shaker eggs. Let's all shake our shaker eggs. Let's all shake our shaker eggs. Let's shake them all day long. Now let's all stomp our feet. Let's all stomp our feet. Let's all stomp our feet. Let's stomp them all day long. Now let's all up and down. And let's all jump up and down. Let's all jump up and down. Now up and down all day long. Shake it up high. Shake it down low. Shake it real fast. Shake it real slow. Shake it real loud. Shake it real low. Just shake them all day long. Let's all shake our shaker eggs. Let's all shake our shaker eggs. Let's all shake our shaker eggs. Let's shake them all day long. Now let's all shake our bodies. Let's all shake our bodies. Let's all shake our bodies. Let's shake them all day long. Let's shake them all day long. Let's shake them all day long. Woo! Yeah.
That was excellent. Get our energy rising, get our heart pumping. The next book I'm going to read is The Mitten. And this is a pop-up. Now, if you'd like to follow along, you can pause this video for a little bit because our project this week is putting a mitten together. You have your threads, and this is going to help you work your little fine pincher skills, okay? So I did on one side going in and out, and this side, it's a little different. So you figure out how you would like to put your mitten together. And then the snowflakes, they're actually stars, so you just peel those and stick those together. So like I said, if you want to pause the video, make your mitten, then come back, and your envelope inside of the envelope are the animals that are in the story, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start reading, and you can listen to it and then make your mitten and watch it again later. It's entirely up to you. So this is originally a Ukrainian story, and this story was adapted by Jessica Southwick. So it's a little different from maybe the one that you might have read by Jan Brett. Okay, let's see. It was a cold and windy winter morning, and the little boy hustled up the path, dragging his sled behind him. He was dressed for snowy adventures, from his knit cap to his warm boots to his 2 soft mittens, which hung from his sleeves on a piece of string so he wouldn't lose them. There they are. The boy headed to his favorite spot, a stupendous hill perfect for sledding. He dashed through the trees, eager for his first long slide across the snow. But as he jumped over the stone wall at the top of the hill, one of his mittens caught on a low branch. The boy was going so fast he barely felt the small tug of the mittens before the string gave way. He was out of sight and down the hill before his mitten even hit the snow. All was quiet. Then tiny, shivering Mouse started out from the stone wall, saw the cozy mitten, and crept right in. There he is. So go ahead and find your little mouse and put him in your mitten. Soon, Bunny hopped along the mitten, caught his eye, and being a curious fellow, he jumped right in next to Mouse. Next, Fox wondered by. What a snug place this is, she thought when she discovered the mitten and crawled inside. Mouse and Bunny moved over to make room. Let's see. You see that happening? So put your bunny in and find the fox and put the fox in. The wind blew through the treetops and swirled down the lane. Lynx padded out of the forest and saw the mitten. What's this? She thought. How charming! And she nuzzled the mitten open and squeezed herself in. All the animals cuddled together in a warm ball of fur. So your animals might be a little different. Let me just see. We have rabbit. Because these are based on the Jan Brett story, so you might have the fox. Nope, the fox is there. Yes. What else do we have? All my pieces. Oh, a badger. The wind was still for a moment. Then Wolf came loping up the hill. Up on the other side trudged Bear. You first, said Bear. No, you, said Wolf, and they ended up jostling and cramming their way into the mitten together. Now the mitten's knitting was strong and true, but even so, it was stretched to the limit. So your animals are a little different that came in the package, okay? Poor Mouse was at the bottom of the pile. I need more room, he thought, and found a nice soft spot right on Bunny's belly. He wiggled his whiskers happily, which tickled Bunny's tummy. Bunny started to giggle and twitch, and his ears tickled Fox's chin. Fox snickered and shifted her tail, which brushed against Lynx's paws. What's happening in that mitten? Lynx chuckled and rolled onto her back, her fluffy tufted ears making Wolf's muzzle twitch. Wolf howled with laughter, and all that wiggling and shifting and giggling made Bear laugh. Well, it was too much for the mitten to take. With a giant pop, out tumbled Bear and Wolf and Lynx and Fox and Bunny, and off they ran back to their homes, laughing themselves silly the whole way. It was the time of year when the sun set early, so it wasn't long before the boy made his way back up the hill. He was just about to step over the stone wall when a flash of red in the snow caught his eye. My mitten, he said, and picked it up. It was bigger than he remembered. Puzzled, he turned it over in his hands. Deep inside the mitten, something was moving. Suddenly, a wee head with velvety ears and quivering whiskers peeked out over the cuff. It was Mouse. "Oh!" cried the boy. "Hello, little fellow. Have you found yourself a new home in my mitten?" Mouse groomed his whiskers contentedly and crawled back down inside his cozy new nest. "I will take you home then," the boy said, "and you may live in my mitten as long as you'd like and be my friend." The boy put on his mitten, cupped his hand gently around Mouse, and dragging his sled behind him, headed to his own warm home across the snow. So if you'd like to check out the version that the library has, that is by Jan Breton. It is the Mitten with that same title, the Mitten, and all of the animals in your envelope are actually in that story, okay? I'm going to put that to the side. And we have time for one more story. And this one is called Hello Snow. So getting all bundled up in the right clothes before you go out in the snow. And this story is by Hope Vestergaard. Hello morning, goodbye night. I see something cold and bright. Hello, Daddy. Goodbye, bad. Let's get ready, sleepyhead. Hello, pants. Hello, goodbye, knees. I don't want you guys to freeze. Hello, sock. Goodbye, toe. Hold on, piggies. In you go. Hello, sweatshirt. Goodbye, me. Watch out, kitty. I can't see. Hello, snowsuit. Goodbye, tum. Zip it up. Ow, my thumb. Hello, hat. Goodbye, ear. Hey, it's pretty dark in here. Goodbye, Mommy. Here we go. Through the door. And hello, snow. Hello, sunshine. Hello, wind. Snowflakes tickle on my chin. Goodbye, snowplow. Hello, heap. Wow, this mountain's pretty steep. Hello, snowball. Pack it hard, roll it round and round the yard. Hello, neighbor. Hello, pup. Hey, what's that you're digging up? What did that puppy find? Pages are sticking together. Hello, sled. Let's climb the hill. Goodbye, Daddy. Crash. We spill. Brush the snow off. Hello, friend. Goodbye, tears. Let's go again. Goodbye, puppy. Goodbye, flakes. Hello, snowman. Hit the brakes. Hello, Mommy. Time to go? You made cocoa. Goodbye, snow. What a perfect ending to a day outside. A nice cup of cocoa. So those two things in your package this week. You'll see that you have a matching mitten game. So you can put those mittens out and flip them over and see if you can match the pairs. And of course a bibliography. It's about mittens and scarves and hats. There is no recipe this week, but I hope you're still trying out some of those recipes that I sent home previously. Next week, it will be our last week for this 4-week session. Then we'll take a 2-week break and then come back with some more stories and activities. And next week, let's see if you can see what our theme is. There's hearts, all about hugs and kisses and Valentine's Day. Okay. So you need your scarf again. I'm going to switch out our CDs and make sure we have our next scarf song in there. There we go. Once you have your scarf, we'll get started. Okay, and our latest scarf song for today.
Scarves up and down and around. The scarves are softly flowing, left, right, left. The scarves are softly flowing, left, right, left. Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. The scarves are softly floating, release them up in the air. Catch! The scarves are softly floating, release them up in the air. Catch! Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. Release them up in the air. You throw them up. Watch them float to the ground. Release them up in the air. Watch them float to the ground. Sing it. Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. The scarves are softly flowing, left, right, left. The scarves are softly flowing, left, right, left. Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. The scarves are softly floating, release them up in the air. Catch! The scarves are softly floating, release them up in the air. Catch! Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. Release them up in the air. Watch them float to the ground. Release them up in the air. Watch them float to the ground. Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around.
Very nice. So my little friends, until next week, take care. Hopefully you can get out while the sun is shining and enjoy some fresh air. And remember to listen to Grandma, Grandpa, Mom, and Dad, so because they all love you. Until next week, take care. Bye-bye.